Hello there everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be a part 2 of manga series I started but never finished. I really enjoyed recording the first one, and I enjoyed just talking about like the mangas that I read but never finished and whether or not I would go back to them. So I decided to do a part 2 because there's a lot more mangas that I started but never finished, and then I'll be explaining whether or not I will go back to it. The first manga that I have on my list is Lord Hades' Ruthless Marriage. So this story is about Lord Hades, who is single, but his retainers really want him to have like a girlfriend or a fiance or even get married. Another god named Eros shoots his arrows at Hades, and this causes a lot of drama to unfold. His retainers are now starting to gather some people that they think would be a best fit for Lord Hades, while there's other stuff happening in the background. Why did I start reading this series? So I first saw this series in a video, and I can't remember which manga tuber I was watching, but I saw a manga tuber recommending this series, and I think I also saw it on Instagram, and it piqued my interest, so that's what kind of drew me in. And I saw that it was only 3 volumes too, so I thought, you know, why not start to read it? Also because it seemed interesting to me, the premise of like Lord Hades trying to find a lover and just like how it unfolds and whatnot. I did not end up finishing this series, though it was really short, like only 3 volumes. One, because it felt kind of boring and a bit predictable. It kind of felt like, well, from the first few pages, or at least within volume 1, you can kind of tell like who he is going to fall in love with, and then there's just a bunch of other like goddesses that are added like to the mix to sort of like bring up some like drama. It was a good series, like it was very funny and whatnot, and there's a lot of like Greek mythology references. However, I just felt like it was starting to drag a bit for me, and I just couldn't find myself finishing it. So would I go back or would I not go back? I would not go back to this series. Again, because it just felt a little bit too predictable, and I did enjoy the Greek mythology references, but at the same time, it didn't hold my attention all the way through, so because of those reasons, I'm just gonna like leave it as is. The second manga that I have on my list is Glasses with a Chance of Delinquent. This story is about a character named Momose who wants to have a peaceful high school life. Middle school was very just challenging for her because she dealt with a lot of delinquents, so now that she's in high school, she just wants a peaceful, normal high school life. That is until she meets a guy named Ichikura, who at first seems normal, but little does she know that he used to be a major delinquent in middle school, and so now she finds herself again slowly getting back into that world without even trying to. This one was another one that I found another manga tuber talking about, and when I read the premise of it, it seemed really interesting. The fact that like there's this girl just trying to live a normal high school life, and there's like this world of, you know, delinquents that she's like known but like doesn't want to be a part of, and then she gets sucked back into it. And it's even funnier because she's not a delinquent herself, it's just that she was used a lot by delinquents in her middle school, and so now that she's in high school, she just wants to, you know, be around other normal people, but that doesn't go the way she wants it to. I did not finish this series only because I was reading other manga series, and I think this is the biggest issue with me. It's just, again, I'll be reading one series and then another series will pique my interest and I'll start reading that one, and if that one starts to like really grab my attention, then I'll ditch the other one that I initially read. So that was the case for this one. Would I go back or would I not go back to this series? I would definitely go back to this series. I feel like I didn't give it a chance, and I didn't give it the chance that it really deserves, and I feel like I would enjoy the rest of the series and enjoy the rest of like how the story kind of unfolds. Again, the parts that I did read were really good, so I have no doubt that moving forward it would also probably be good as well, and I've been seeing a lot of people really enjoying this series too. I think right now volume 3 is out by the time this video is like posted, so yeah, I definitely think that it's worth a read, and unless they say an anime is gonna come out, I think I'll just go with the anime. But even then, I feel like I would still read it because it was good, like it was really fun, and it was really like, you know, just funny, cute, wholesome. So yeah, I definitely will go back to the series. Number 3, this one's a really tough one. So number 3 on my list is The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. I don't feel like I have to really summarize this one. I feel like by now everyone kind of knows this anime, or rather this manga series and then turned into an anime. So I'm gonna put the summaries like somewhere on the screen. I started reading this because a lot of people seem to really like it, and also the art style seemed very unique. I've never seen a like shoujo manga with this sort of art style, and I just thought it was so like just like captivating and so interesting. I did not finish this series because it was starting to feel a little bit boring. I think I reached like volume 7, 8, 6, somewhere around that range, and it was starting to like, I don't know, I guess bore me a bit, but I feel like I only felt bored because I started to again read other manga series and like specifically started to get into more like fantasy manga. So like reading this one kind of felt really boring. It's not like a boring story. I think if I was like into just like reading like the slice of life manga like genre, then I think I would have enjoyed it. But because I was like more interested in like fantasy, reading that just like was not like the move. It was not it. All right, so the final verdict: would I go back or would I not go back? I would not go back. Right now I'm watching the anime and I really like it, so I don't think there's really any point of me to like read the manga unless I like really enjoy it, like enjoy the rest of the anime, and unless they like do not get like a season 2, then I think I would hop back onto the manga. But for now I don't think I would go back, and I'm just gonna enjoy the anime. The anime is really good anyways, and I've read like from what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and so far like the anime is pretty good at like accurately depicting what happens in the manga, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. Number 4 is Matcha Made in Heaven. This story is about a woman named Chako who moves back home after a divorce. However, when she gets home, she is surprised to see a strange man and a little girl living in her childhood home. Then it gets even crazier because her ex-fiance comes to her hometown and is like looking for her, and he's like, hey, we need to get back together, and she's like, no. And then she uses that like strange guy in her house and she's like, you know what, we're actually married. And he's like, what? And the whole town is like, what? So then the story kind of picks up from there. So it's basically like a fake marriage trope. I started reading this for several reasons. One of them was the fact that it was an adult romance, and I just feel like there's a lot of like, you know, shoujo mangas and like, you know, kind of like high school, middle school life, but not a lot of like college and especially like older adult like mangas, like josei mangas. So I was really excited to see this one, and I think scrolling maybe through Goodreads or scrolling through somewhere, and I stumbled upon this and I was like, wow, this is like up my alley. The only reason why I did not finish this series was because I was waiting for like, I think volume 7 or 8, and it took a while. So if all the volumes like had been out, I would have already been done with it and enjoyed it and like, you know, I don't know, cried my tears and be like, this is the best thing ever. But like I couldn't because volume, I think it was 7 or 8. I was waiting for the next volume and it was taking a long time. So there was that, and then also again other manga series I was reading, but the main reason was because I was waiting for that next volume to be released. So would I go back or would I not go back? I would definitely go back to this because again, it was an adult romance and the way it was going, it was really nice. It's a fun series. The main character, she's so funny. Main male lead, what a man. What a man. And it's just like, it was so good, all about like tea and whatnot, and like different types of teas and how to make teas and growing teas. And I think I want to wait until the series is complete to like just binge through it and then read it. All right, so that is it for this video. A little disclaimer, I was gonna mention Mars in this video, but then I realized I made it very clear in so many other videos that I did not want to ever go back to this series. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because I was gonna include Mars in this video, but Mars was just, I mean, yeah, I already explained why I didn't like it in so many other videos. If there are any other manga series that you have started but have not finished, please let me know again in the comment section below. It was really nice to see all of your comments of like series that you started but didn't finish, or like series that you want to get into. Yeah, I just really enjoy like talking to you guys in the comment section below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.